In 1945, in a village called Tami at the foothills of the Himalayas in Nepal, a young reincarnated Lama, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, was born. Rinpoche would often crawl to nearby caves before he even knew how to walk. This cave, in fact, was the very same place where the Laudo Lama, Rinpoche's previous incarnation, did his retreat. Around the age of 10, Rinpoche went on a pilgrimage with his uncle to Tibet, and they arrived at Dongkar Monastery in Pakri. Inspired by the pure ethical conduct of the monks, Rinpoche decided to remain at the monastery and became ordained. In 1959, Rinpoche went into exile in India, where he subsequently studied the Sutra and Tantra with Lama Yeshe. They developed a close guru-disciple relationship. In 1967, Rinpoche and Lama Yeshe encountered their first Western student named Zina. From then on, they began the propagation of Dharma in the West. In 1969, Zina invited Rinpoche and Lama Yeshe to Nepal to teach the Dharma. They established Kopa Monastery near the Bodhanath Stupa. In November 1971, the first Lamrim meditation course received tremendous acclaim. Since then, the November meditation course continues annually until today. In 1971, Lama Zopa Rinpoche fulfilled his previous life's aspiration by establishing the Mount Everest School in his hometown, Solu Khumbu. After the passing of Lama Yeshe in 1984, Rinpoche single-handedly took upon himself the vast Dharma activities of the entire FPNT, tirelessly continuing the work. Its beneficial activities spanned across the 5 great continents and reached 34 countries. A total of 138 centers were established with one intention, that is to free sentient beings from suffering, lead them to happiness, and eventually bring them to enlightenment, the state of ultimate peace and happiness. In October 1985, following the instructions of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Rinpoche made his first visit to Taiwan. In 1988, a Dharma center called the Tibet Religious Society was established in Taiwan. In 1991, His Holiness the Dalai Lama granted the center the name Jinshu Dharma Center.
The creator of samsara is the mind, also mind. The mind is also the creator of the nirvana.
Rinpoche never laid flat to sleep, nor did he ever take off his monastic robes. He dedicated his time entirely to sentient beings and taught Dharma until the wee hours of the morning. He often stayed up all night to handle correspondences from his students from around the world and address requests from many centers worldwide. Often, he took only a brief rest after dawn breaks. Rinpoche himself was a vegetarian, and he encouraged others to follow a vegetarian diet as well. He always spent a long time offering his meals. Even during short flights, he would dedicate all his available time to making offering of his meals. And he didn't even have time to take a single bite.
With a good heart, that is kind of prayer. With a good heart, as you want others to stop suffering.
Rinpoche was skilled in practicing generosity in all aspects of his life. Take a look at these plush toys. Rinpoche inscribed them with Dharma words and mantras.
This one says, I know so many animals like to eat rabbits. rabbit's meat. Besides human beings, I want them all to bliss out by giving myself to them.
Even during birthday celebrations, Rinpoche would perfectly integrate them with the teachings on emptiness and bodhicitta.
So I think this is the wisdom sword, wisdom directly perceive emptiness. So thought, and then this is your ego.
Rinpoche said, the best way to benefit animals in an animal liberation practice is to help them hear the sound of Dharma teachings and mantras. Take them to circumambulate the stupas and bless them with touching their bodies with the holy objects. Doing so can help these animals be free from the lower realms and create the causes for studying and practicing Dharma in the future.
Real cried. Both eyes tears came out.
When Rinpoche was hospitalized due to a stroke in 2011, even though his body was partially paralyzed and his speech impaired, Rinpoche remained as serene and calm as usual. He joyfully bore all physical discomfort and suffering for the benefit of sentient beings. In Rinpoche, you don't see any trace of the self. Every moment of his life was completely dedicated to sentient beings. On April 13, 2023, Rinpoche was invited to visit the Thun Valley in Nepal, which is near the Tibetan border, to participate in a special celebratory event and to give teachings. The visit was only halfway through when Rinpoche's health condition deteriorated rapidly. Rinpoche himself did several observations and agreed to cancel the rest of the visit to return to Kathmandu. On April 13, 2023, the Venerable Kapche Lama Zopa Rinpoche merged his holy mind with the Dharmakaya and entered clear light meditation. His Holiness Ling Rinpoche, at the moment of hearing about Rinpoche's manifestation of passing into parinirvana, expressed his grief and feeling of overwhelming sorrow and sadness. Ganden Tripa Lobsang Densing Rinpoche, in his sorrowful speech, said that this is undoubtedly a big loss for the Dharma. However, Rinpoche had done and achieved what he had always wanted to do and achieve in his life. The 41st Sakya Trinzen, upon hearing the news of the passing of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, who dedicated his entire life to spreading the Dharma, diligently practiced these teachings himself, and thus contributed extensively to the teachings of Lord Buddha, instantly felt a tremendous sense of loss. Tai Situ Rinpoche, upon receiving the news, made a special trip to visit Rinpoche at Kopan Monastery. In front of Rinpoche's holy body, he poured his heart out for 30 minutes with his old friend. One of Rinpoche's gurus, Khenso Jado Tuku Rinpoche, wrote in his tribute, "While this is an immense great loss, we should firmly believe that Rinpoche must have had reasons that compelled him to do so." Rinpoche's devout disciple, Kanjo Kungang Buma Rinpoche, wrote in her prayer, "I summon you, I call upon you, I beseech you on behalf of all sentient beings, please arise from the realm of Dharmakaya. Do not linger in the expanse of emptiness or in other pure realms. all the masters, as well as His Holiness the Jawa Kamaba, urged and advised Rinpoche's students to continue to listen to and contemplate on the teachings as in the past, and put these teachings into practice. Without the slightest delay or laziness, His Holiness the Dalai Lama also advised that the priority as of now is to continue to strive to actualize all the wishes of Lama Zopa Rinpoche.